The hardest worker in the room is almost never the most powerful person in it. Read that again. The one grinding 18 hours a day. The one answering every email at 3 a.m. The one drowning in tasks and wearing exhaustion like a badge of honor. That person is not winning. That person is a tool being used by someone who understood something they never will. Machiavelli saw it 5 centuries ago. The prince who works the hardest governs the worst. There is a form of strategic inaction so potent, so counterintuitive, that the moment you master it, you will outmaneuver people who outwork you 10 to 1, and they will never understand how you did it. There is a disease spreading through the modern world, and it has a name no one dares to criticize: hustle culture. You post the 4 a.m. alarm. You brag about skipping meals. You tell people you slept 3 hours like it's a war wound, and somewhere deep inside, you believe this suffering is proof that you deserve success. It is not. It is proof that you have no strategy. Machiavelli wrote about a specific kind of ruler, the one who involves himself in every minor dispute, who personally oversees every grain shipment, who makes himself indispensable to every decision. This ruler feels powerful. He feels needed. He feels in control. He is none of these things. He is a bottleneck. He is fragile. Remove him, and the kingdom collapses not because he held it together, but because he never built it to stand without him. Now look at the other kind. The prince who appears almost idle, who delegates ruthlessly, who shows up only when the moment is decisive. People whisper about him. What does he even do? They resent his calm. They mock his absence from the trenches. And then the crisis hits. While the busy ruler is drowning in his own complexity, the calm one makes a single move, one calculated strike, and the entire board shifts. That is not luck. That is architecture. 216 BC, the Roman Republic is bleeding. Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general, has just annihilated Rome's legions at the Battle of Cannae. 70,000 Roman soldiers dead in a single afternoon, the greatest military disaster Rome had ever suffered. The Senate is hysterical. Generals are demanding a counterattack. The people want revenge. Blood for blood. Pride demands it. And into this chaos walks one man who proposes the most insulting strategy imaginable. Do nothing. His name was Quintus Fabius Maximus, and his plan was simple. Do not fight Hannibal. Do not engage him. Do not give him the pitched battle he is designed to win. Instead, follow him, shadow him, cut his supply line, burn the crops he would forage, harass his flanks with small raids, and wait. Rome hated him for it. They called him Cunctator the Delayer. It was meant as an insult. Senators accused him of cowardice. Soldiers questioned his manhood. The public mocked him in the streets. But Fabius understood something that Hannibal's other opponents did not. Hannibal was a genius of engagement. His entire strategy depended on Rome doing the obvious thing: attacking, meeting him in open battle, giving him the stage where his tactical brilliance could operate. By refusing to play, Fabius removed the stage entirely. Hannibal wandered Italy for years, winning skirmishes that meant nothing, burning fields that were already scorched. His army weakened, his allies wavered, his supply chain rotted. He won every battle and lost the war, because the war was never about battles. It was about endurance, and the man who did nothing outlasted the greatest military mind of the ancient world. Here's what nobody teaches you. Fabius didn't do nothing. He did the hardest thing a human being can do. When under pressure, he resisted the urge to act. This is the art Machiavelli encoded into his work. The ability to recognize when action is the enemy, when doing something, anything, is just a way to soothe your anxiety rather than solve your problem. Think of a surgeon. A surgeon does not make 50 cuts when 3 will do. Every incision is measured. Every movement is stripped of excess. The surgery is defined not by how much was done, but by how little was necessary. Now think about your life. How many of your daily actions are surgical? Emails that didn't need sending. Meetings that produced nothing. Arguments you entered because your ego couldn't tolerate silence. Decisions you made because you felt the pressure of appearing decisive. Cal Newport studied the work habits of the world's most productive people and found something paradoxical. They work fewer hours than their peers, not because they're lazy, because they've eliminated everything that isn't essential. Tim Ferriss asked a question most people are too afraid to ask. What if 80% of what I'm doing is completely useless? What if only 20% of my effort produces any meaningful result? When he tested it, the numbers were even worse, closer to 95/5. 95% of his activity generated almost nothing. 5% generated almost everything. He didn't work harder. He amputated. He cut clients that consumed energy but produced no revenue. He stopped attending events that felt productive but generated zero outcomes. He automated and delegated everything that didn't require his specific judgment. His income tripled while his work hours dropped to 4 per week. So, what does all of this mean for you right now? It means you need to conduct an audit of your life with surgical honesty. Look at your calendar. How many items on it will matter in 6 months? Be honest, most of them are rituals of perceived productivity. Meetings that produce minutes but no outcomes. Tasks that make you feel dutiful but move nothing forward. Social obligations that drain you but you attend because guilt is a cheaper feeling than confrontation. Cut them. Not gradually. Now. Look at your commitments. How many did you say yes to because you were afraid that no would make you look lazy, uncommitted, or difficult? Every one of those yeses is a leak in your power. Every one of them is diluting the force you could bring to the one thing that actually matters. Find the one thing, the single lever that, if pulled with full force, would render most of your other activities unnecessary. It exists. You probably already know what it is. You've been avoiding it because it's harder than busy work. It requires thought. It requires courage. Then do that one thing. Not with more hours, with more depth, with the full, undivided weight of a mind that is no longer bleeding energy in 40 directions. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince for busy people. He wrote it for effective people, and effectiveness has never been measured by sweat. It is measured by outcome per unit of effort. You have been fighting 10-year wars that could have been settled with one conversation you were too proud to have. You have been grinding through problems that could have been dissolved with one decision you were too scared to make. Am I busy or am I effective? Sit with that question. It will burn. Let it, because on the other side of that burn is a version of you that works less, produces more, and moves through the world with a calm that unsettles every hustler in the room. A version of you that people cannot figure out. How does he have so much time? How is he so calm? How does he keep winning while everyone else is drowning? The answer is elegant and brutal. He stopped doing what didn't matter, and he had the nerve to do it before anyone gave him permission. That's the art Machiavelli encoded. That's what Fabius practiced in the hills above Hannibal's army. That's what every surgeon, every grandmaster, every apex strategist knows in their bones. The win is not in the swing. It's in the selection of when to swing. Everything else is wasted motion, dressed up as ambition. Kill the waste, sharpen the blade, and when you finally move once, move precisely, and let the world wonder how you made it look so easy. If this rewired something in you, subscribe.